We're now live on YouTube. Start streaming. We are now live on Rumble. Where's my browser? Here it is. Get the music going. There we go. All right. Where's my script? There we go. Good afternoon and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This show is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange, world of notable events, weather, and sports. Covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us during a time of political overabundance and divisiveness. We present you with more unifying topics to discuss for the most part. For links to, the articles, anything else potentially interesting, please check the underbar in the description below. And of course, anything gathered throughout the show, we will be posting after the live stream, as per usual. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and who am I joined by today?
King's Refuge.
And?
Golden Loon.
Yeah. And I believe little Miss Ghostery, the ghostess with the mostess, hostess, is probably monitoring us both on YouTube and on Rumble somewhere. I have yet to see her make a comment, but she'll let her presence be known eventually. Anyway, and of course, you viewer RU, thank you very much for joining us, whether you're watching us live or some point in the future, time-space continuum. That's pretty heavy, So. But yeah, anyway, today is Freya's Day, aka Friday, June 7th, 2024. Let's jump right into the news today, shall we? Now, do you want to read the title and me read the body, or do you want me to read the title? Like, how do you want to do this, Sir King? Today. And you're muted. So I guess I'll just read for now until you unmute yourself. So we have the world's first ever AI beauty pageant named its 10 finalists.
AI beauty pageant?
AI beauty pageant.
Oh, this has gone beyond the fail.
Yeah, let me move this closer so I can pick you up.
Pick your voice up.
It can pick us both up, no problem. Says here, the Fanvu Miss AI pageant, the world's first beauty pageant for AI-generated female models, judges contestants on beauty, social media clout, and their creators' use of AI tools. At first, they said artificial intelligence was coming after our jobs, but now it seems that not even beauty pageants are safe. Originally announced back in April of 2024 by FanView, a subscription-based platform for creators, the world's first beauty pageant for AI-generated avatars made international news headlines despite controversy online, as it should. But based on the popularity of AI models like Aitana Lopez and Emily Pellegrini on social media, this type of event was bound to happen at some point. About 1,500 AI-generated girls were submitted by creators from all over the world, but only 10 of them made the finalist list. Now, here's the thing. Right there. AI-generated girls. Where's the men representation, huh? I find this sexist and problematic and phobic towards something like this is ridiculous.
So it's all women that made up women?
Well, I don't know who made these up, but all the contestants are all AI-generated women. And
Yeah.
of course, the one they use has rainbow hair because check mark. So, and rainbow belt, of course, Oh, wow.
Ew. Look at her elbows.
This is weird.
Oh, yeah. Hey, can we get in trouble for judging the appearance of an AI-generated model? I guess as men, if we're judging women, we
For
can.
now.
You can get in
For
trouble
now.
for anything.
Yeah.
This is just really weird.
Well, this is going to get even worse. The top 3 contestants stand to win a total of $20,000 in prizes, with the creator of the one crowned Miss AI to be expected to walk away with $5,000. But this event is about more than cash prizes, as winning the world's first beauty pageant for AI-generated females models is bound to open up new opportunities in the fast-growing AI space, or make you look like a total and complete loser. But this is AI. That's AI. Okay? These are all AI. That looks like Storm from the X-Men. With jewelry on.
Why not take artists and paint your most beautiful human artistically.
Oh no! That requires
By the
effort.
brush, yeah.
That requires effort and
Maybe she got-
actual
It's a
craftsmanship.
talent test,
No. See, what they're trying to push is a normalization of just typing in a few keystrokes and letting an entire system of automation do all the work for you, and then claiming the rewards.
Now, my next question is: a AI crossdresser eligible?
Oh god, now AI trans?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Still eligible for the most beautiful.
Well, I mean, you can't be transphobic. So. Wow.
We are gonna get kicked off the air.
I don't care. We're still on Rumble. YouTube can do whatever the hell they want to us. I really don't give a damn.
Having some fun.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up here. Well, does anybody have anything else to say about the AI thing? Like Tim,
Just weird.
you didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Scallion latte, spring onion infused coffee is all the rage in China. Onion flavored lattes. I've heard of garlic ice cream, but
That's.
Yeah.
I have too, and that sounds horrible.
yeah. Well, I'd like to try it. But,
I didn't even know they drank coffee in China.
oh, of
I would
course.
have thought it was tea.
Oh, wait, that's stereotypical and problematic. So,
Well, as the drink of choice.
yes, I know what you're saying. No. It says here, spring onions and coffee definitely don't sound made for each other, but spring onion infused lattes are apparently all the rage in China these days. I did try coffee with Sprite once. I would not recommend it. So, a simple search for the spring onion latte hashtag on TikTok or Instagram will yield dozens of photos and videos with scallion top latte cups. They first went viral last month with multiple Asian publications covered the unusual drink, calling it one of the most surprising combinations ever attempted. Apparently, to make a good green onion latte, you have to first smash a few green onions in the cup, then add ice, milk, and coffee, before finally topping it off with lots of chopped green onions, because why not? No one knows exactly how, why, or when spring onion latte was created, but in recent months, the crazy concoction seems to have been adopted by enough coffee shops to draw attention online. It is the latest addition to an ever-growing list of bizarre combinations generally known as dark cuisine, or he and li in China. Dark cuisine basically refers to food and drinks that put people's sensibilities to the test. The chili-infused hot ice latte we featured a few months back, by we, we're talking about Oddity Central here, our source, a few months back, as another example of Chinese dark cuisine. Chili-infused hot, so a spicy latte. Like, okay.
Trying to get your greens for the day, I guess.
Well, green comes in, fire comes out.
Well, green isn't the fire.
Well, no, it causes the fire. Like, do you have any comments on that, KR?
No.
Okay.
Good call. No comment.
Now-
Perfect comment.
Oh, I've heard that phrase so much today. Anyway, more from Oddity Central here. Asia's most spectacular waterfall is apparently artificially enhanced. China's Yantai waterfall is generally regarded as Asia's most impressive waterfall and is often described as a natural wonder. However, it turns out that this spectacular water show is artificially enhanced. Yantai waterfall is the most popular scenic spot in the Yantai Mountains. Pardon me, I don't know what's wrong with windpipe here. Pardon me. Drawing millions of tourists annually to the tallest waterfall in Asia, which has a sheer drop of 314 meters, offers stunning vistas and a breathtaking spectacle that was recently revealed to be the result of modern technology. A Chinese vlogger managed to make their way to the top of Yantai waterfall before they spotted large metal pipes feeding water into the waterfall for an enhanced video effect. At first, the viral video of the discovery was criticized as fake, but sources from the Yantai Mountain scenic area acknowledge that the waterfall is slightly enhanced to ensure a pleasant experience for tourists, regardless of natural factors. So, it's not 100% fake, but it's artificially enhanced.
Enhanced, yeah.
So I have a video here. Remove the audio. So there's a pipe right there, feeding into it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, they took a play right out of Hollywood. What can I tell you?
Leave it to China to have even their nature is fake. So, or
It's not fake.
Artificially enhanced.
Enhanced, yeah. They didn't want to disappoint.
Yeah.
You come hundreds of miles and you get a trickle. No, they don't want that.
Well, you've already come hundreds of
It is a
miles.
cool waterfall.
Yeah, it is. Nothing compared to Yosemite, though. So,
It's hard to tell from that picture. I've seen Yosemite. I haven't seen that in person. So I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not impressive, but it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Anyway, moving on up, the world's longest football match ends after 26 hours of play and 825 goals! I had to say it that way, because of Argentina.
How does that work?
Like, I don't know. Well, let's find out. Pardon me. The football field at the Luzhniki Olympic Sports Complex on the outskirts of Moscow recently hosted the world's longest football game, which lasted a total of 26 hours. To celebrate All-Russian Football Day last Saturday, 2 teams of 7 players each gathered at the Luzhniki Olympic Sports Complex to break the record for the longest football match ever. Okay, so it's a record attempt. So it's not an actual, sanctioned game or anything.
Right.
The game started at noon on Saturday and ended after 26 hours at 2 in the afternoon the following day on Sunday. The previous record had been set in 2014 when 2 teams played the beautiful game for 24 hours straight. Nothing beautiful about that. The first time around, the red team defeated the white team with a score of 416 goals to 409. Huh.
So,
Okay.
it's just like trying to get into the Guinness World
Yeah,
Record.
I think
they're just,
it's a record attempt. It's still the world's longest football match. Not an actual sanctioned game like that one
Right,
tennis match that lasted forever.
Right, that's why.
So-
How does that work? Why
Yeah.
I asked.
Yeah. So, let's see, what else do we got here? KR, do you want to do any reading? Like, I don't want to read the whole
No.
thing. Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm gonna leave. I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. We have Algerian vlogger sentenced to 2 months in jail for hugging people on the streets. Okay.
What?
So now being a friendly person is apparently illegal. Well, probably because they touched them and oh no, you touched me. Ooh. An Algerian
No
man
hugs for you.
What?
No hugs for you.
Yeah, well, I will give everybody in the world hugs. I don't care. Throw me in jail. I'll break out and hug some more. Nothing can stop my love. An Algerian man was recently convicted for indecent behavior and sentenced to 2 months behind bars for hugging random people on the street and spread peace and positivity. Wow. So his mission was literally to spread love, and they threw him into a hole for 2 months.
That's crazy.
Exemplifies where the world is going these days. Like, hate is reigning supreme.
But I also, in fairness, I don't know Algerian culture. If it's a big faux pas to have physical contact in public in any way. I don't know. I have no idea. To me, it's...
Well, if it is, then it needs to stop
obscene.
because he's literally to spread peace and positivity.
I got it. And yeah, I jump on the bandwagon. Second thought is, okay, is that acceptable? Now, it seems like a hell of a punishment, but I don't know their culture.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's unacceptable, okay, I understand. Just say, hey, please don't touch me, fine. But it's the reaction that I'm most upset about. Putting him 2 months in jail for hugging people? Are you out of your mind? But let's continue reading here.
Some countries you can get caned for spitting on the sidewalk.
True. Some countries you can get beheaded for having the wrong orientation.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry,
Mohammed
I'm up to-
Ramzi, a 30-something vlogger from Algeria, sparked outrage in his home country last summer by posting a TikTok video inspired by a popular European vlogger who became famous for social experiments like hugging random people on the streets. Only that kind of thing is apparently frowned upon in Algeria, as the footage sparked outrage and attracted condemnation from the general public, and not even Mohammed's apology could stop the imminent charges against him. Last year, court found him not guilty on all charges, but his case was then referred to the Algerian Judicial Council after prosecutors appealed the decision, and this time he was found guilty. Prosecutors charged Ramsey with indecent behavior for his public hugging clip, and with display of indecency for another video that featured 2 girls wearing short skirts, one of which also had a tattoo. According to the court's decision, Mohammed Ramzi has to spend 2 months in jail and also pay a fine of 5 million dinars, which is $37,000 US. This is a way massive overreaction. If the general public of Algeria, if this is their consensus to hugging, then they as a society need to reevaluate their stance. It's a hug. Get over it. Christ.
Well, also, he is an Algerian, so
Yeah.
he should know the etiquettes of social norms.
Well, some social norms need to change. Things change.
I got that.
You know, and maybe this is his.
And maybe that's what he's trying to do, is change social norms. More power to him, but he has to accept the punishment then.
No, he doesn't.
And maybe it'll change as it goes.
No, he doesn't have to accept the punishment. Give me hugs or give me death. You know? What was his name? Muhammad Ramzi. You have my support.
Well, I feel for him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not an Algerian either.
No. I'm not going to be now. If they're going to arrest you for having love in your heart, evil. Anyway, what else do we got here? More from Audio Central. We have quite a bit of articles today, actually, but a lot of good stuff. I had to cut myself off. Football team wins championship after suspicious 43-1 victory. That is a little weird. Yeah. Hungarian kids football team won the under-14 national championship after surmounting an impressive 40-goal difference with a 43-1 victory in their very last match of the season. With just one match left to play, Kyria Kenegagija SE and Mikolos GYFE were tied at 43 points, but the latter had a comfortable 40-goal advantage, with virtually guaranteed its first ever U14 football title, but there is a reason why virtually isn't synonymous with definitely. In their last match, Kyria Kenegagija SE scored an epic 43-1 victory over Palmontasora, the last team in the rankings, while Mikolos GYFE only managed a 1-0 victory in their last match. Mikolos GYFE was getting ready to celebrate their title after the comfortable win when they got the unbelievable news that they had actually finished second behind Kyria Kenegagija. The 43-1 victory is now being investigated by the Hungarian Football Federation. So what this sounds like is this isn't from the same match. These are two different matches for some kind of qualification thing. And one had 43 points in one match, the other one won their own match with a 1, and then now they're competing those two, and then the 43 victory versus the 1 is the one that's winning.
I'm confused.
So,
all I know is here in youth sports, they generally have a mercy rule here. Anyways, I'm confused with all of this. Just
no mercy.
Get over this. Unconfuse me with another article, please.
All right.
Go ahead if you need to.
Well, I don't really know anything about sports, and this is all. I'll just read this last part here because all of this is just quotes.
Yeah.
So, the Mikolos GYFE president expressed hope that the federation's investigation will clarify how Kyria SE managed this impressive victory, and if it discovers evidence of foul play, that its U14 team will receive the title they worked so hard for. So, yeah. So, yeah, so we have a 8-7, 0-1, 43-1, and 1-7. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at, but yeah. Anyway, what else do we got here? Blind dating cafe sparks controversy with one-way window for men. That's an eyebrow raiser right there.
That's kind of weird. What? Go ahead. Now I'm intrigued.
A so-called blind dating cafe in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, formerly Saigon, has come under fire for installing a one-way window that allows men to see the girls they are talking to, but not vice versa. I disagree with that. That's not right.
No kidding.
Now, if it were the other way around in Western society, there'd be no problem whatsoever.
Still wouldn't be for it.
Well, neither would I, but like. So on June 1st, a blind dating cafe on Ho Chi Minh's District 1 went viral for a controversial reason. According to multiple reports, Mina Cafe features 2 different rooms for men and women separated by a glass wall. The controversy lies in the fact that the wall is advertised as a mirror when in reality, it's only a mirror from the women's side. The men's room is dark and they can clearly see the person on the other side. Basically, the blind date part is only valid for the women, as the men can freely admire their potential partners like items on display.
That's cold.
Wow.
That's cold. That's weird.
This is absolutely disgusting. I do not support this at all.
No.
And if anybody does, then they need to reevaluate their lives. Yeah.
Shame on them.
How can you sit there and think that's okay? That you can ogle someone and they can't ogle you back? Are you kidding me? Disgusting, disgraceful.
Well, the fact that they can't see you,
yeah,
then you can ogle. You're not going to ogle someone face to face. Holy cow.
And see, what's even more disturbing is in this picture, this guy is there alone with his one.
Yeah.
What's stopping something sinister from...
Oh, man.
Yeah. Gross. Anyway, moving on up. More from Audio Central. China, once again. China's stink-raising water craze sees children creating the smelliest potions possible. The classic old youthful stink bomb thing. You remember as a kid, you always wanted to throw a cherry bomb into the toilet or make a stink bomb or whatever. Now these kids are becoming chemists and figuring out how to make...
I wasn't that kind of child. What's the luck? He thinks I told you too many stories.
Okay, Mr. Flexi. Oh, let's ride this skateboard down a drainage pipe. Where does it go? I don't know. Let's have an adventure. Anyway, there is a bizarre craze sweeping China's primary and secondary schools. Students are adding all sorts of smelly ingredients to plastic bottles to create the stinkiest recipes possible. Sounds about right. Chinese media recently reported multiple incidents involving bottles of foul-smelling water created by young school students using online recipes. Oh, God. Apparently, they were related to a strange craze where students add all sorts of disgusting ingredients to a plastic bottle of water and let the mix ferment to create the stinkiest concoction possible. Oh my God! They write the recipe on the bottle, and if it's stinky enough, they share it online so that others can take the experiment even further. It has been dubbed the stink-raising water craze, and education authorities are scrambling to prevent it from becoming even more popular, as experts believe it puts public health at risk. Well, the only way to stop a craze, especially if children are behind it, is if all the adults think it's cool. Because if there's one kryptonite to children, it's the old people thinking the same thing that they are, and then they'll find something else to, think it's
True
cool.
enough.
Yeah. I mean, that was proven in South Park, but, I mean, oh, that just looks foul. Like, yikes.
If they would have had a contest for that in the day for me, my friends and I would have won.
That's why I gave you the look.
Move on, please.
Japanese company officially launches taste-enhancing smart spoon. So we go from foul smells to good tastes. And coincidentally enough, that was not the only time we're going to be talking about water bottles today. So we'll be bringing that back up here in a minute. But Japanese, of course, Japan. Japanese tech company Kirin Holdings recently unveiled the commercial version of its taste-enhancing spoon, dubbed the Electric Spoon, which improves taste buds' perception of salt, thus making food taste better. What are they, zap frying your tongue to like excite the molecules or something? Like, are you putting a battery on your tongue or something? What's going on?
I hope not.
Well, we originally, by we mean Audio Central here. They originally covered Kirin's taste-enhancing technology a couple years ago. The company's researchers have teamed up with scientists at Meiji University to develop a line of smart kitchenware that use electricity to make food taste better, or make food taste saltier and tastier than it actually was. Yeah, that's what this needs, more salt. Back then, they were testing a smart spoon and bowl which worked in tandem to make foods about 1.5 times tastier than they were. How do you quantify that? But it seems that only the spoon made it to the market. Kirin Technology recently announced its newest product, Electric Spoon, a smart spoon designed to improve people's health by helping them cut salt from their food. Okay, so if you enhance the flavor of salt, you don't have to put as much in. Okay, I see where they're going with this. So
the downside is if it's a taste you don't like, it's 5 times worse.
Well, then why would you be eating something you don't like?
Tasting.
Well, okay, well then use that with a normal use a normal spoon. You don't bust out the good china for McDonald's.
Okay.
So how exactly does the Electro Spoon work? Well, according to a Kirin press release, the tip of the spoon contains a mechanism that can transfer an electric charge to the food it touches and at the same time generate an electric field around the tongue. So they are zap frying your tongue.
So you want an electric charge on your saliva?
Well, see, now what's making me concerned is how much technology is in this spoon, and is it hackable? Can I like, like remotely hack the spoon and make my neighbor's head explode? You know?
Here, try this. Didn't like it? Your head exploded. I guess you didn't like it.
Woo! Wow. This is amazing, though. But, oh, wow. Look at that.
I want no part of it.
That looks terrifying. Look, there's
Yeah.
a metal thing in the spoon.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah,
yikes.
electric charge. There's moisture in your mouth. Electric charge in my mouth I don't want.
Yeah, I don't like this. It looks like a thermometer. But instead of reading a temperature, it gives you one. Yikes. Anyway, let's move on up. We have quite a bit of articles left here to go. Oh, this one kind of worries me, especially my morning routine of hacking up a lung. 35-year-old man, oh, he's younger than me. This is not good. Breaks hardest bone in the human body while coughing. Whoa. Okay. The femur is widely considered the hardest or second hardest bone in the human body, but a 35-year-old man in China allegedly managed to break his just by coughing. Doctors at the Second People's Hospital of Fujian province in China recently reported the shocking case of a 35-year-old man referred to as only Mr. Yi, who suffered a fractured femur during a coughing fit. You know what? A little interesting that it
Now,
used.
where's your femur? I should know this, but
Your femur is here. This bone in the upper your
so
thigh.
that's your femur. Okay.
You know what? Let's look this up here. Actually,
How do you break that with your
Cobble.
I
I would
don't.
have thought you
There's no
collarbone,
way.
something like
That's all
that.
bullshit. You're not going to break your leg when you cough. You're
Yes,
going to break your
this is
leg
the
when you get
femur
into
here.
fights.
Right here.
How do you break
Yeah,
that?
there it is.
Or crack it?
You
Well-
don't.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But like right here, I was just gonna make a joke on last article. Shocking case. So something tells me he tried the spoon and he didn't like the flavor and he broke his leg in half. Oh. But anyway, back to the story here. According to Dong Zhang, director of the Department of Orthopedics at the hospital, the unusual incident occurred during a coughing fit, which is unusual considering that men in Yi's age range typically suffer femur fractures as a result of serious trauma, such as car accidents or falls from considerable heights. Yeah. Or coming home to an angry wife. Mr. Yi told doctors that he felt a sharp pain immediately after a particularly strong cough, but he simply brushed it off as a cramp. It was only after walking became difficult because of the pain that he decided to seek medical help. Let's see here. After tests confirmed that Yi didn't suffer from any bone illness, doctors concluded that he simply had incredibly fragile bones as a result of his Coke drinking habits, poor diet, and lack of exercise. Okay, Coca-Cola. So probably like the acidity and all that stuff, because you are what you eat, and police officers use Coca-Cola.
I'm in trouble.
Well, we both are. But police officers routinely use Coca-Cola to clean blood off of asphalt because it is the easiest and most effective substance on hand for such a thing, and people put that into their bodies.
Yeah.
So
Well, drop a nail in soda.
yeah,
Dissolve.
yeah,
All the time.
So he had weak bones because of his diet, and he coughed too hard, and his But see, that's the thing.
It's weird.
Why hasn't any other bones yet broken from other coughing fits? Why didn't his ribs explode?
Well, that's what you would think. Something like that would.
Like if it's breaking his femur, it should have atomized his spine or something. I don't know, or like his jaw dislocated. I don't know.
Weird.
Crazy. What else do we have here? The world's heaviest rideable motorcycle is powered by a tank engine. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Well, we should get Mo this.
No sign will be too strong.
Powered by a Soviet tank engine and weighing over 5 tons, the Panzer Bike is by far the world's heaviest rideable motorcycle. The story of the world's heaviest motorcycle can be traced back to 2003. Brothers Thilo and Wilfried Niebel of the Harzer Bike Motorcycle Shop in Zilli, Germany.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we're in Halberstadt, where a former Red Army barracks was being demolished. The two tinkerers have been the two tinkerers have always been of the opinion that old motorcycles can be repurposed, not just discarded. So they were looking for parts to use in their custom motorcycles. While looking around, the two brothers found an impressive cutaway of a model of a Soviet T-55 tank engine and were so fascinated by it that they asked if they can have it. Little did they know that this would be the beginning of a very special project that would see them claim a Guinness World Record and hold it for nearly 2 decades. Look at that thing.
Tank engine. I know. Let's build a bike around it. Jeez. How do you come up with that?
I don't know, man. You gotta be a Hell's Angel with that kind of ingenuity, you know?
Yeah, how big that thing is.
Yeah. That is
The guy
massive.
looks like a little
It
doll
has a
sitting-
sidecar! Yes!
That's the same bike?
Yes, it is.
They didn't mention the sidecar.
What?
That's a really important.
You think they'd make 2 of them?
No, they should have mentioned it has a sidecar.
Well, I don't think they need to. Oh, there's a video. I gotta see this.
Applaus endlosen.
Oh, yeah, he has a wheel too. Yeah. I wonder if it operates like the big fire trucks where there's a guy
holding the handle.
Oh god, look at the propeller! Look at the propeller in the front! Look at the size of that thing! Man, yeah. Well, I mean... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh wait, well, that's not the button I wanted to play. CCCP, the Soviet Union, right here. So I guess this is the people's button. That's wicked awesome. I don't think you need to tell people to stand back in the road. Maybe he does. Besides that thing, he can probably suck somebody in like a jet engine. I'm trying to get to the point where they actually move it, but they never go. Oh my god.
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh, there we go. Here's a gas mask going.
Still gets to rep.
Yeah. Oh, there's a missile in the back. Is that a traffic signal for a rear light?
Yeah.
God. Look at the side roads. Do motorcycles have a reverse? This one does. I don't think that's rolling back and traffic. To grant him the illusion of some form of control on this wild ride. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, okay, move on. That's
What else
great.
do we got
That's a
here?
Great article.
$200 meteorite infused vodka promises out of this world taste. Huh. Meteorite infused vodka. French distillery Pegasus decided to celebrate its debut on the U.S. spirits market with a unique product, a ultra premium vodka infused with a real meteorite. So, like, is this Goldschlager where, like, there's pieces of the meteorite in the bottle?
Something like that.
Or is this from, like a mother meteorite, you know, like, bowl, and they're just, like, you know, draining it into bottles, but the meteorite stays in the main source? Like, I don't... the aptly named Shooting Star Vodka starts off as organic, locally sourced wheat and botanicals from France distilled using iStill, the most advanced distilling technology. The mixture is then slowly reduced over a month-long period using pure spring water from a well dug 150 meters below the Pegasus distillery in Burgundy. But what really sets Shooting Star Vodka apart from other premium spirits is the aging process. Shooting Star Vodka is aged in small batches for at least 1 year, using large terracotta jars with pieces of meteorite suspended in the middle. So there, it is in that.
Okay.
As the space rock partially dissolves into the vodka, it allegedly gives the spirit a mineral taste. So it dissolves in it. So it is kind of like Goldschlager.
Partially dissolves.
Yeah, partially. But they straight up just put a meteor. But like, are they not worried about space radiation? I mean, don't they have to like decontaminate this stuff? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, like, all of the dinosaur bones like we see in museums are all actually replicas because the actual skeletal remains are irradiated to the point where it's hazardous. Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
Now I'm disappointed.
Yeah. No, every dinosaur bone we've ever seen, fake.
Oh man, are you sure?
Yeah.
Now I'm really disappointed.
You know what? Let's look this up here. Dinosaur bones fake. Radiation. Let's see here. Dinosaur fossils are millions of years old. Okay, whatever. Radiocarbon. Forget extinction. Okay, this is not.
Don't worry about
tell
it.
us.
Just move on. We
Yeah.
gotta move
Anyway. Yeah, we do. But this is really interesting. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh boy, here we go. People lick supermarket eggs in hopes of getting food infection and receiving compensation.
on. Oh God. Wow.
Oh, of course, Russia. After the owner of a Russian supermarket chain announced that he would be paying 1 million rubles to each person proven to have gotten food poisoning from the store's products, many decided to take him up on his offer. Earlier this month, Yekaterinburg-based supermarket chain in Mart came under fire for allegedly selling comprised food products that had landed at least 18 people in the hospital with food poisoning. As a result, several suppliers refused to work with Mart anymore for fear of getting audited by Russia's federal agency in charge of consumer well-being and protection. You know, let me try to pronounce this actually right this time. Rospotrебnadzor. Left with empty shelves and a sullied reputation, Zinzamart founder made a bold public statement promising to compensate each person proven to have been poisoned by his products 1 million rubles or $11,000. His promise went viral, and before long, people were trying to get food poisoning at Zinzamart to get compensated. When you value money over your own self-health, then you have a serious problem. You know? I don't care how much money you pay me. If you try to get me to do something that'll get me harmed in any way, I'll tell you to go eat something. So, like, but these people are going in and intentionally trying to get sick for monetary compensation. They should be thrown off a cliff. You know, no room for this crap. No, absolutely appalling. You know, that this is.
Well, when you're hard up, 1 million rubles. You know, when you're starving anyways, or whatever the scenario may be, kind of changes your perspective a bit.
You got a point. Really, just really sad to see people are capable of such patheticness. So, anyway, more from Audio Central here. University Festival gives girl groups used water bottles away as prizes to fans. Here we go. As I said earlier, we're talking about water bottles again.
Used water bottles.
As a prize.
Read on.
The organizers of a recent festival at a university in South Chungcheong Province, South Korea, were forced to apologize after the host decided to give away the water bottles used by the members of an idol group as prizes. On May 22nd, the popular girl group Oh My Girl performed at a university festival in Asan, South Chungcheong Province. However, it was what occurred on stage after the group's performance that made news headlines all around the country in the days that followed. On May 26th, several videos were posted on South Korean social media showing the host of the event inviting male fans of Oh My Girl on stage and then collecting the used water bottles left behind by the members of the group. Fans were asked to participate in a talent show for the chance to win an unusual prize, the used water bottle of the Oh My Girl member of their choice. Well, I mean, Gamer Girl bathwater sold, so why not just give away used water bottles? This is
used. They drank it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
But people are sick.
That's
you know?
like, you know, Elvis Presley back in the day, they used to try to tear his clothes just to have a piece of his clothes.
People are sick.
Yeah.
The student council, which was in charge of organizing the festival, also apologized for the incident, but that wasn't enough to calm spirits online, and criticism continued to pour through social media comments, as it should. Whoever thought that was a good idea, they should be pushed off a cliff too. Yeah, you're right there. Look at the water bottles. You know, you see, like the 2 articles right here. China's stink-raising water bottles. So yeah. What else do we got here? Oh, another Chinese article. What a surprise! China's pyramid-shaped mountain spark conspiracy theories. Here we go. Now, I want you to take a look at this picture. I'm just going to open this up. You know, just take a hard look.
Okay.
They say those are naturally formed.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
A bunch of them in the background too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, you know, there's pyramids all over the place. You know, that's why, you know, all these conspiracies.
Yeah.
The Crystal Pyramid, you know, the pyramid in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Like,
they're all over the world.
yeah. Like,
Not just in Egypt.
so it's here, China's Guizhou province is home to about a dozen conical hills known as the Anlong Pyramids because of their resemblance to the much more famous pyramids in Egypt. In recent years, Anlong County has become a popular tourist destination thanks in no small part to its pyramid-like mountains, which have captured the imaginations of millions of people around the world. Apart from their pyramid-like shape, these formations also feature layers of rock stacked on top of each other so neatly that you could swear they were placed there like somebody, they're like that by someone or something. Ever since photos and videos of the Anlong Pyramids started circulating online around 2018, conspiracy theories about their origin began appearing as well, and despite experts' best efforts to convince the public that these pyramids are completely natural, some people still believe that they are the work of an ancient human civilization or aliens. They are obviously artificial.
That's not natural.
That is not natural. You know, I don't care what you say. They're not natural. Like, so, yeah. What else do we got? Fire breather battles Mexican mariachi in the world's most bizarre street fight. So this wasn't an event, this was a beef. Let me reread this.
Fire breathers.
Fire breather battles Mexican mariachi. So a mariachi band is fighting fire breather.
This is weird.
I know. Is there? There's a video here. So it says here, CCTV cameras in Mexico recently recorded one of the strangest street fights in history involving a band of mariachi and a fire breather performer quarreling over bustling territory. So they're trying to get a street corner to get, you know, tips, and we have a bunch of people on guitars fighting somebody spitting fire.
I'm going with fire breathers.
Well, I don't know. There's one of him and multiple of the mariachi. So, they say life is stranger than fiction. Yeah. And a short video clip captured by surveillance cameras in the Mexican city of Morelia proves it. Not even the brilliant Quentin Tarantino could have come up with the idea of a fiery street fight between a group of guitar-armed mariachi and a street-performing firebender in broad daylight. But that's exactly what occurred last week. You know what? Let's just watch the video here.
I'm going with the fire breather,
Fireball.
no question. Uh-oh, unless you get them in a headlock.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Dude, like...
You did exactly what you needed to do. Go in and tackle that guy.
Yeah.
Take him down.
Wow. Dude, like, did you see his guitar got fired too?
Yeah.
So, when a bard fights a mage. So, any gamers here will understand what I just said. But, wow, that's hilarious. What else do we got here? Watch as a bear interrupts a Californian man washing his dishes. Now, we're both Californians.
Right.
What's on our state flag?
Golden bear.
But, well, not the golden, but just a bear.
Yeah, bear.
Yeah, okay. So why is it...
Golden eagle is what it is.
Well, no, that's...
And golden eagles are bird. Bear is just a bear. Yeah.
Golden eagle. Are you thinking about my high school?
No, go ahead. Well, that's our bird. It's the eagle.
The eagle. That's
the nation. No.
I'm talking about California.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
I'm way off base.
Yes. But it boggles my mind whenever I see Californians surprised to see bears. It's like, bro, they're on the flag.
Yeah.
Like, and you're gonna raise an eyebrow when your state representation is gonna rear its head. Like, so let's see here. Let's just
all right, check out this big bear inside a Sierra Madre home.
House.
Yeah.
Get out of my house.
Just try to stay calm. I don't even remember what I was saying.
Whiteman lives in Sierra Madre.
Over.
Bear.
But City Hall is concerned the progress that's been made could
this is
be
why
at
you're
risk.
supposed to close
In
your door,
2021,
idiot.
the state legislature approved
There's a freaking door wide open, you know? Like, what are you doing? Close your door. You know? At least have a screen door so that way if it busts through that, you hear it. You know? Wow. Let's see here. World's fastest wheelbarrow speeds past 52 miles per hour.
Whoa. What?
Well, that's when you got to clear out some land fast.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's kind of, he just made like a
well,
speed,
yes, but
power.
a British mechanic broke a Guinness World Record when he took his motorized wheelbarrow up to a speed of 52.58 miles per hour. But he's still, 20 some odd miles per hour too slow to activate the flux capacitor.
Yeah.
So,
88.
Yep. Dylan Phillips told Guinness World Records he built his super speedy garden tool for fun before he realized there was a world record category for wheelbarrow speed. So he just did this for S's and D's.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I might actually get a record. So he got his record. 52 mile per hour wheelbarrow. Oh. Huh. All right. Andale. Apunate. Moving on up to UPI. South African father and son create world's fastest drone. Now this is awesome. Father and son team.
Yeah.
Father and son duo from South Africa created the world's fastest drone with an average top speed of 298.47 miles per hour. That's fast. Luke Bell and his father Mike of Western Cape dubbed the quadcopter Peregrine 2 after the earlier model that reached 247 miles per hour, according to Guinness World Records. The drone is 3D printed carbon fiber, battery operated, and remote controlled. The duo taped aerothermal engine. Oh, the duo tapes. How do I pronounce that word? Tapped?
I have glasses on. I have no idea.
Aerothermal engineer Chris Rosser for help controlling it. And I guess they brought him in or something. To nab the record, they flew the drone in 2 runs in opposite directions, demonstrating its ability to navigate tail or headwinds. They clocked an actual top speed of 317 miles per hour and an average of 298.47. That's still a really fast drone.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the fastest drone of its kind. It now holds the Guinness World Records title. South African-born YouTuber.
So what are the big problems we had?
And light, yes. Above all else,
almost giving up.
is what really sells it. Oh, that's not good. Caught fire.
This is the face of a man who's...
Well, that's what happens when you go too fast. Friction occurs. Oh. Now, I was talking to you about this guy earlier today. Not this article, but a rare Boba Fett action figure sells for a record-breaking $525,000. About the same price as our house was when we bought it in 1999.
Yeah.
They bought this 6-inch hunk of plastic.
Yeah.
Why would anything in any relation to Disney be that expensive?
I don't even know what it is. Other than an action figure.
It's a Boba Fett action figure. These are very coveted.
I've never heard of it before.
We just had this conversation this morning. You know who Boba Fett is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had action figures. Yeah, but I didn't.
You didn't notice that Star Wars had action figures.
Well, I guess then I
Well,
would have thought it out.
Where the
If
hell
I
is
would
your
have thought
brain?
it out, and I would have said yes, but I've
You're-
never thought about it before.
My dad, your age is very showing.
$525,000.
$525,000. So, let's see here. Heritage Auctions announced the action figure is now the world's most valuable vintage toy after fetching the massive sum, which includes the buyer's premium at the May 31st Star Wars signature auction.
You know what the premium is?
No.
What the house gets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're cut.
Yeah.
So it says here, a different Boba Fett toy released in 1979 sold for $84,375 on May 31st. The figure is still sealed in its original packaging. Was given a 95 grade by the Action Figure Authority. And this is removed from box, RFB.
Yeah.
They want NRFB, never removed from box. So, which is stupid. Toys are made to be played with, not collecting. Really dumb. The entire, concept of collecting toys, only works for me if they're used. Because then they've been loved. They've been appreciated. They've done their primary reason to exist, which is to be played with. That's all a toy ever wants. Have these people never seen Toy Story? That's what they say.
Yeah.
The only reason the toy wants to exist is to be played with, not to be put up on some shelf and ogled at like some kind of religious thing. Anyway, oh god, here we go. World's largest coprolite collection becomes Arizona Museum. And you know what coprolite is, right?
No.
Fossilized species.
Okay.
So
I figured it had to be something like that.
Yep, the owner of the world's largest collection of fossilized poop is now showing it off his collection of dino droppings and other ancient waste at his new museum in Arizona. George Franson earned the Guinness World Record for the world's largest collection of coprolites, the scientific term for fossilized species, in 2015, with 1,277 fossils that once graced the digestive tracts of ancient animals. And to quotes what's-his-face from the original Jurassic Park movie, that is one giant mountain of shit.
How did we miss this museum when we were in Arizona?
I don't know.
That's tailor-made for us.
I guess we just weren't following our noses. Yeah. His collection now has over 8,000 pieces. It's a virtual exhibit and took the physical corporalites around to various museums as a touring exhibition for years. He's now opened a permanent museum located in Williams, Arizona. So that's why he was touring. He didn't have a actual set place until recently. So if you ever want to go see a bunch of ancient turds, go to Arizona.
Williams, Arizona, up north.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Idaho man moves water by hand for Guinness World Record.
Okay.
How is this a record?
I don't know. They have some weird stuff.
Now, I'm going to call it. Now, I have not read ahead. I never do read ahead or anything. But, I'm going to say that the breaker of this record is David Rush.
Who's David Rush?
He has like 500 some odd world records broken under. Yeah,
let's find out.
So let's see here. An Idaho man finally broke the Guinness World Record for the most water moved by the hands in 30 seconds after attempting and failing to take the title for 5 years. Serial record breaker David Rush!
Oh,
you can't hush the rush!
Come on, you knew.
No, I know. Well,
really?
I'm serious. I've spoken about this guy like a lot of times, like on this show. Record multiple times over the course of 5 years, but his attempts were frequently disqualified for reasons including his pitcher of water moving slightly and using a non-approved surface. Rush had to use only his hands to transfer water from a bucket to a pitcher placed 1 meter or 3.28 feet away. He successfully took the record by transferring 3,323 milliliters or 112.4 ounces from one container to the other in the allotted 30 seconds. The title brought Rush's total current held records to 174. He is on a quest to make it to 181 concurrently held records to surpass fellow serial record breaker Silvio Saba's total of 180. So not only is he trying to hold the most records, but he's trying to hold the record of the most records. So that's why I said he has 174 records.
Right, he's trying to get to 180.
So right there is evidence. I didn't read ahead. I really didn't.
I'm proud of you.
No.
Unless you knew he was from Idaho.
Well, I might have, but as I said, we've spoken about this guy. He's broken so many records. Yeah. You've been on the show when we've talked about him a couple of times.
Could have been.
So I know you have.
Unimpressed.
So, no. I'm a Rushie. So.
There you go. Good for you.
So yeah.
He holds another one. So he's got 7 to go.
Yeah.
Hold the record of the record.
Now here's something interesting. A new Lennon-McCartney collab has dropped, but this time it's by the Beatles' sons. So the apples fell from the tree, and then then they formed their own Rolling Stones, I guess, so to speak. It's a very horribly constructed. I know. I'm trying to make a joke here. I'm trying to make a band joke, and I fell flat. Let's see here. Primrose Hill is a gently nostalgic ditty by James McCartney with co-writing credit to Sheen Ono Lennon. They are the youngest offspring of one of the most famous songwriting duos in history. So they have it here at Primrose Hill. And I'll play it after the show. I don't want copyrighting or anything, but yeah. So now the children of the Beatles have gotten together, and they're continuing the legacy,
Yeah.
the next generation. And this is on the heels of that huge thing that happened, earlier this year when they were finally able to separate that guy's vocals from the background music. What was?
And Lennon.
Yeah. What was the name of that song?
I can't remember. Where's your Beatle guy?
He and I are not too happy. Well,
Nowhere.
yeah. John Lennon, right?
Yeah.
Because I want you to listen to this as well. It's a really good song.
I've
Now
heard
and
it.
then.
I've
Oh,
heard
okay,
it
good. Okay. Now and then.
You don't want to get busted on that one either.
No, I'm not. So, don't play. So yeah. Anyway, what else do we got here? Ancient predatory worms have scientists rethinking the history of life on Earth. Oh boy. Graboids, graboids, graboids. No.
I don't know what that means.
From Tremors.
Oh.
The worms.
Yeah.
Like, that's the lore in that movie's universe, is that they're ancient things, and then they have the different they go from graboids to whatever the second one.
Yeah.
And then they became the third one. 500 million years ago, the world was a very different place. Yes. Basically, all life lived in the water, which held a lot of animals that looked pretty different from the ones we recognize today. Okay, yada yada yada. 2 centimeters. Okay. Scientists have known for a while that these approximately inch-long terrors lived during the Cambrian period, roughly 500 million years ago. But the end of the Cambrian period was marked by a mass extinction. So Nanglu and other researchers, they double put in researchers here. That's weird. Thought that these Seldomly worms had been left behind like much of the other marine life at the time. But a paper recently published in the journal Biology Letters by Nanglu and paleobiologist Javier Ortega Hernandez showed examples of a new species of this Seldomly worm. If the fossil record 25 million years after researchers thought they'd vanished from the Earth. Nanglu says its finding may change how scientists understand life in different periods of Earth's ancient history. So can you imagine a little inch-long worm rewriting all of what we believe about history? Not surprising, to be honest. So, but wow. And that's the first thing that went through my mind was Tremors. So this says here, new Dune-like cell something or other. So they're talking about Dune, the science fiction space thing. But I'm thinking about, Tremors.
Yeah.
With the graboids and everything. So, anyway, what else do we got here? Watch your garden glow with new genetically modified bioluminescent petunias.
Oh, jeez.
No, I don't want GMOs anywhere near me. Leave me alone with the GMOs. Monsanto, get out of my flower bed. Keith Wood, PhD, spent most of his career in pharmaceutical research and molecular and chemical biology, using his work with bioluminescence to understand how molecules interacted with diseases. His work started as a graduate student when the team he was on inserted a firefly gene into a tobacco plant. It was a small plant and couldn't sustain light without the addition of a substrate. It wasn't something a consumer would buy, but it was good for understanding pathways within an organism. Now, about 40 years after the first plant, Wood and his company in Ketchum, Light Bio, are marketing a garden petunia with a twist. It glows in the dark. So this photo is taken at night.
This looks like a regular garden petunia, but when the lights are turned off, something magical happens. Those white petals start to glow. This is the firefly petunia.
Humans gotta stop screwing with nature. This is not good. This is gonna come back and bite us in the ass in some horrifying way that I don't even want to conceive.
That's funny because that's exactly what I'm looking at. Say, how could this come back, turn around and bite us? You think it's really innocent enough, but is it? Genetically, is it? Anyways, you're right. You gotta stop messing with that.
I mean, somewhere down the line, somebody's going to screw up and we're going to have man-eating Venus flytraps that are mobile.
How about COVID?
Well, you just said a buzzword. Wee woo. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Anyway, moving on up. Hurry up and wait. Wow, that's a yogiism.
What, are we in the service?
Well, I thought that was a yogiism. From Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra, the baseball player.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of his yogiisms.
Is it?
Hurry up and wait. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a military deal.
Well, I think they
Intermingled. Yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe.
Servers speed walk through Paris, reviving a century-old race. Okay.
Oh, servers. Okay.
Yeah, well, like waiters, waitresses,
yeah,
hosts,
yeah,
you know,
didn't
whatever.
get the server part initially.
Well, because I didn't read the whole thing. I just said hurry up and wait, and then there's a semicolon. So, which is an interesting, grammatical tool they use because we're talking about the culinary industry. So, foreign stereotypes of French restaurants tend to paint the service as slow, but hordes of Parisian waiters proved just the opposite this weekend as they hurtled down the streets of the capital with full trays in hand. So they're running with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they were just walking, speed walking.
Is
there a video?
Speed walking. There was some.
No, they're jogging with full trays of food. That's interesting.
No tip for you.
Yeah. Well, he already lost, so why keep going? But anyway.
Oh, you want to finish?
Well, yeah, but finish stably. He's still holding a bunch of crab. You don't want to drop that. Let's see here. Thousands of spectators gathered to watch more than 200 servers compete in Sunday's Course des Cafés, the newly revived version of a century-old race. Waiters and waitresses traversed a 1.2-mile loop starting and ending at City Hall, suited up in traditional crisp white shirts, black trousers, neatly tied aprons, and in some cases bow ties. They each carried a tray loaded with a croissant, a full water glass, and an empty coffee cup. The goal: cross the finish line as quickly as possible without running, spilling, or carrying the tray with two hands at the same time. So they're not running, but they're hustling.
But you can't spill if you have an empty coffee cup.
Well, you have a point there. I don't know.
That should be part of the race. Do you have any coffee left in there?
Yeah.
Everybody should be like an inch from the top.
So they're not running, but they're hustling.
Yeah,
they're walking at a brisk pace.
Yeah.
So the goal is to cross the finish line as quickly as possible without running, spilling, or carrying the tray with two hands at the same time. So you have to carry it with one hand at all times, and you can't spill anything. But I agree with you. The coffee cup needs to have something in it.
Yeah, and it has to be there when you get done.
Yeah, and our music ended because we've been going on for over an hour, but let's keep on going here. So let's see here. We only have a few articles left, so hang tight. This one's kind of sad. So long, Stumpy. More than 150 of DC's cherry trees have to go as water rises. So the cherry trees.
Yeah.
And weren't those given as a gift for something from Japan, and FDR planted those or something?
I'm not sure. All I know is it's supposed to be absolutely beautiful in the spring.
Yeah. The famed cherry tree blossoms around DC's tidal basin are in peak bloom this week, but for 158 of the trees, it will be their last bloom. The trees will be cut down later this spring as part of a project to rebuild and raise the seawalls around the basin. Every day, twice a day at high tide, portions of the walkway around the tidal basin flood with several inches of water. Some of the roughly 2,500 cherry trees around the basin have water lapping at exposed roots. Others are completely inundated. Numerous park benches are partially submerged. So this is a real problem here.
Yeah.
But I want to know where the trees came from. So long, something. It's a scraggly. Among the trees to be removed is one very famous tree known as Stumpy. It's a scraggly tree with a trunk that is mostly rotted out. At high tide, the base of the tree is flooded. Yet each spring, Stumpy's 3 or 4 small branches burst into flower, with the Washington Monument standing tall in the background. So they shouldn't be chopping them down. Why can't you replant them somewhere? Move them.
Oh, they're pretty hard to transplant once they're old.
Well, try. I mean, especially,
That's Stumpy?
Yeah, this is Stumpy here. So it's completely underwater. Well, it's inundated. But you know what? I'd expect with all of the crazy environmentalists out there, why aren't they, chewing at the bit to do something about this? Why aren't they saying what I'm saying? Save it. To hell with, reasonable finances. Let's blow $10 million on, moving one tree. Why aren't they saying that? They probably are. I don't know. Oh, but yeah, that's a. really.
I'm cheering for Stumpy.
The strength of nature.
Yeah.
So. And this is actually, last but not least, article for the day. Scientists scanning the seafloor discover a long-lost Stone Age megastructure. Okay. In the fall of 2021, Jacob Girisen, a marine geologist now at the Leibniz Institute for Baltic Sea Research, was teaching a one-week field course at the University of Kiel. The class was conducted entirely aboard a research vessel on the Baltic Sea. Yada yada
That's
yada.
a cool class.
Yeah. During the night shift each evening, students mapped the shape of the seafloor at high resolution. This research cruise proved no exception. One night in the Bay of Michelberg, off the coast of northern Germany, the students fired up the echo sounders and mapped a swath of seafloor. It was then they found something. They were sitting together. They saw what was something on the seafloor. They didn't know it was at the time, but not quite 70 feet below the surface. They'd stumble upon a stone wall more than half a mile long that dated back to the Stone Age, one of the oldest such megastructures on the planet. In research published in PNAS, wow, what a name, PNAS, PNAS, wow. Gearson and his colleagues say the piece of ancient hunting architecture may have been used to corral and hunt reindeer, adding a level of sophistication to the prehistoric hunter-gatherers who lived between 10 to 11,000 years ago. Interesting.
Yeah. Show the picture again.
Yeah. So that's a wall debris, I see.
That's what's left of the...
Yeah. Huh.
Natural.
Yeah.
Not man-made.
Oh. Now you're sounding like a like an accredited scientist who wants to keep their accreditation. So, yeah, whatever happened to, like, big intelligence? Like, it's all about questioning, not maintaining a status quo.
Right. That's true.
So
that's our last article.
Yep, and that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. We're not just here on Rumble or on YouTube, we're also on BitChute and Odyssey and all sorts of other things. For your dose of odd, different, and otherwise unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream this every Friday's day at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 Mountain, 5 Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We have other shows. We have a history show we do almost every day at 11 in the morning Pacific Time. We have this show. We're trying to get The Edge of Disclosure off the ground. Ufology. What?
What's the new one you're coming?
There is no new one. It's just
change the name.
Let me get there. We have The Edge of Disclosure, aka Theod, ufology, paranormal conspiracy style, like show. Trying to get that up off the ground. We have the Omni Coalition show, aka Talk Show,
That's what I was thinking of.
Which is basically the Peanut, but with a new name. And, gonna get that back off the ground, this upcoming Sunday. The Omni Kitchen, that's in the works as well. iNosh is in the works. We have all sorts of things. So, hang tight. And if you want to see us live at any time, if you're on the West, it's 11 and 3 all for thee. Mountain 12 and 4, watch us for more. Central 1 and 5 for the Contrive. East 2 and 6 for your fix. For all of you and all of us, I was A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And we also have Ghostery, Miss Ghosty with the hosty with the mosty, here. And she's also monitoring our chats. Thank you very much for your service. And of course, you are you, audience. Thank you so much for watching. Until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
You did have a lot of articles.
Yeah. How do I end this? Here we go.